Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we are going to specifically talk about the Snyder Cut and revisionism. So let's jump right in. All right. So I've been thinking a lot about the Snyder Cut. So Snyder Cut is a huge, huge, huge change in American politics. Now, how does the Snyder Cut affect American politics? So the Snyder Cut is the new version of the Justice League movie. HBO Max is paying $20 million for the edit of a movie. Truly unprecedented. And it's going to change America's most important, most critical uh, American industry, which is American entertainment. So let's talk about American entertainment for a moment. So American entertainment produces American celebrity. It is my opinion that American celebrity is the most powerful thing in the world now, bar none. And if you think I'm wrong, who's our president? An American celebrity. And in my opinion, I highly doubt we are returning to days where we will have non celebrity presidents. I think we're almost certainly going to have celebrity presidents going forward because name recognition is by far the most important factor. That is absolutely proven if you look at what's happened with our current presumptive nominee, which of course is Joe Biden, right? Like, there's no reason in the world Joe Biden should have been beaten any of those people except name recognition, and that's reason enough. All right. So why is American celebrity so important? Here's the reason. It's a new currency. You can accomplish things with American celebrity, whether you are the American celebrity, or far more likely, whether you leverage an American celebrity to get something done, right? And what I mean by leverage is just, talk to an American celebrity and have them accomplish a goal for you, right? And that can be done. And frankly, the reality is, I think low end schmucks are dealing with like money anymore. American celebrity is a far more powerful, more important form. It's a new currency. Now, why would people interested in a new currency? Ding ding ding. Absolutely minimal regulation. While finance and money is massively, massively regulated, American celebrity is absolutely minimally regulated. Right? So, all right. So what you're seeing is the Snyder Cut is really a hack of American entertainment, and it's a big one, right? Basically, here's what's about to happen, right? Zack Snyder's going to come in, and he's going to recut Justice League as a new film. Well, first of all, if you ain't paying attention, all right, there's a whole lot of reasons why he would do this. Okay, and in my opinion, I don't think his intention is revisionism, but that is absolutely going to be the outcome of it. Okay, so what is revisionism? It's when you rewrite history, right? Now, Zack Snyder has a lot of reasons, and so do a lot of other people involved in the Snyder Cut, have a lot of reasons why they would jump into revisionism, why they would want to rewrite history. Now, one of the one of the problems with this revisionism is it's not neutral. Okay, so one, just to be clear, when you pay $20 million to recut a movie, that is an absolute indictment on the person who did the original cut, which is Joss Whedon, right? And that indictment has already started, right? People are already looking at the Justice League and going, this is why we need this to be recut. This is why we need this to be recut. This is why we need this to be recut. And really, just laying it out on Joss Whedon and saying how terrible of a director he is, even though he created Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Angel, Firefly, Dollhouse, Avengers, billion-dollar Avengers films. Um, he this isn't somebody just waltzing out like, oh, I wonder if he's a good director. He had massive success on the big screen and on the small screen. There isn't a debate about whether Joss Whedon is a good director, right? Like that debate is over, right? Like it was over before it started, right? Like the idea that Joss Whedon is a bad director is ludicrous, right? It's come on. Yeah, like, but Snyder, he wants this new Snyder cut, and there's going to be a ton of revisionism. Where is that revision going to happen? Let's take a look. Disposition. Let's look at the different things that are going to be revised. Disposition, relationships, meaning, and value. All right. So what disposition, what relationship, what meaning, and what did Zack Snyder put originally and in the recut and in the new Snyder cut on the content, on the writers, on the director himself, on his director counterpart, Joss Whedon? What was his relationship with Joss? What was his disposition to Josh? What was his meaning when they discuss certain things? What was the value he put on Joss's work? All those things get to be revised now. Very, very interesting, right? So when we look at Zach, but see, all of this goes, across Zack Snyder. What was his disposition? What was his relationship? What was his meaning? What was his value with the content, with the writers, with the directors, with the studio execs? Right, we have a certain version of his disposition when he did the original cut now, but now stories are starting to change, and we're hearing different things. Like maybe the reason that was stated that he was off the film isn't the same anymore, or a slight change, right? And if you think that I'm wrong about creators, right, about creators wanting to change their story, right? Look at what's happening right now with J.K. Rowling, right? There was an international news story the other day that said J.K. Rowling is changing the place where she wrote Potter, saying, "Oh, you thought I wrote it here? No, 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 no. I know. I gave information and evidence that I wrote it here earlier, but I'm changing that now." And the reason why is there's a lot of reasons why. One of them is money, right? Not just money for her, right? But if she picks a place where she wrote Harry Potter, that place is going to be it's happening now. It's a pilgrimage. People go to it, right? And tons of traffic go to the coffee shops and the bookstores and the hotels in that city. And so if you change it, you shift all that traffic, right? So, revisionism is going to be a massive outcome of Snyder Cut, in my opinion. And I'm telling you right now, this Justice League movie, this is nothing. This is Pandora's box. Once we see that you can get $20 million just to recut and edit a film, there'll be no end to this. Everybody's going to want this deal, right? And it's coming. It's coming, right? Now, what are the reasons for why this is all going to happen? Why the revisionism? Money, right? This is a new version, right? And with the new revised, cleaned up version, you can get a lot more money. Okay, but there's another reason too, and that is legacy. Legacy. Okay, let me talk to you a little bit about legacy, right? And what the Snyder Cut now allows literally thousands of creators to get ready to do, right? One, they can make more money. Who cares? It's nothing. Money is a secondary concern. Money is for schmucks nowadays, right? The real power is an American celebrity, right? And when it comes to celebrity, you're talking about legacy, right? So let's talk about legacy. I'll give you just one example, right? And this example is going to stand for 10,000 examples, right? This is going to happen for 1,000 plus movies easily, right? So first of all, a perfect example of this is 16 Candles. I love that film. And I'm not the only one who loved it, right? You can go watch a movie called it was a CIA movie with The Rock and Kevin Hart, right? Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on the name of the film, but that film actually referenced 16 Candles, and one of the characters just absolutely loving that film. I love that movie. I thought it was a really good movie. I really enjoyed it when I was young. Tried to show it to my kids, and they were like, gasp, like you cannot possibly like this film. And I was like, I do like this film, this is one of my favorite films. And and then I realized, there's stuff in here that you can't intake this in 2019 the way you could in 19 in the 90s, right? It's totally different. This John Hughes movie just looks completely different. But with a Snyder cut, right? Snyder, Snyder cut, right? And there's going to be a Snyder cut of 1,000 films, right? It just means the chance to redo it all and revise everything. Revise the story, revise your disposition, revise your value, revise your meaning, revise everything, and absolutely massacre the person who did it originally, right? Including your old self, right? And you get to rebuild your new legacy. I'm telling you, Snyder Cut is a Pandora's box, and it is being opened. And what will be unleashed will be massive problems for the American, actually, massive opportunity for the American entertainment industry, and but also massive problems, right? Because the people, when you get a Snyder cut where you get to come in and have somebody who, and that's the issue too, right? There's two directors here. The other thing is you're not going to need a Snyder for every new Snyder cut that happens. You just bring in a new director and have them recut the movie, right? And just trash the original director. Now, it's a little bit different here because Snyder was on the movie, but trust and believe Joss Whedon is going to get absolutely wrecked by the time all this is done. He will be shredded to bits by the time this is all finished. This is an incredible change in American entertainment, which is the number one industry in the world. And the reason why is American celebrity is a new currency that is absolutely minimally regulated. Understanding all this is really critical. All that is my opinion on the Snyder Cut. I'd love to hear your opinion. Let me know what you think. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.